Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm not gonna do too much of an intro. We got a lot to discuss, so we just gonna get right into it. So I've been missing in action for I think 3 weeks. I haven't, how long has it been? I think it's been 3 weeks. I have not posted anything. I have not filmed. I've been busy. It's been a lot going on, to say the least. But that's why you're here. This is why we're doing this, so we can talk about it. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm really naive, but I don't think anyone was prepared to be in quarantine. Well, no one's really hasn't been as excessively quarantining as it was in the beginning. But me personally, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to sit nowhere and eat. I'm not going for no drinks. I'm not going in public places unless I'm going to work, or if I just have to go to the store for something. But mostly I order groceries. Pull up, put them in the trunk, and let's ride on out. I do not go nowhere. I don't do that. And I really been wanting to, I have some friends that I really am like, dang, I want to go out to eat with y'all, but I'm good on all of it. I order the food to go and sit at the house and watch Netflix. I'm cool with that. But anyways, and with everything going on with quarantine, like I said, I would have never been able to wrap my mind around the fact that we will still be doing this in coming on September. This will be September when I post this, so September. But here we are. Here we are. But anyways, so where have I been? I've been working. I got a new job, so I'm working a lot more than I normally was. I was really only kind of working part-time. Previously, it was easy because it worked with my study schedule, but I'm like, I kind of want to make more money. But make more money for what? Where am I going? Where am I going? That's what I want to know, because like I just said, I don't go nowhere. Anyways, while I'm just sitting here, this is why I can't. This dude. I bet you're thinking by this point, where's the get ready with me part? Sis, I forgot too. Anybody knows me who knows I could just get to. And I done been to forgot what we was here for. Okay, reel it back in. So I'm going with this concealer because as you can see, my face is toe off. We'll discuss that a little bit too. I want to say it's mask acne, but I was kind of started having issues in this area of my face a little bit before I started wearing a mask so excessively, because like I said, I wasn't going nowhere. But when I do go places, so I never felt like I wore it enough, so I'm gonna put concealer, especially on this big but and I'm gonna just rub this in a second. Look at that, y'all. Say, but that's okay, because so I went to the dermatologist and they told me that I have an overproduction of a certain hormone, because all this right here, if you're ever wondering what these I knew this before because I googled it, but if you're ever wondering, you can Google the type of acne on your face and what it means, like around your chin area. That's hormonal acne. So I'm not gonna go out on, I don't remember what she said, but I feel like that means it's not, maybe it also can be affected by your diet. But in my mind, when I'm thinking something is caused by hormones, that means your diet isn't affecting it. Maybe your diet isn't making it better. I don't know. In my mind, I'm thinking it doesn't have anything to do with my diet then if it's hormonal acne, but also that could not mean anything, honestly. So yeah, so I got prescription creams that I put on. I have a regimen on how I do my face, so that's why I haven't done, if anybody's wondering why I have not done a skincare routine yet, that's why, because I'm still trying to get it together myself. And I don't plan on wearing medicated cream for the rest of my life. So I'm just trying to get it together before I get mine, because I did have a skincare routine established, but obviously it wasn't working because my acne was still getting worse. And it's kind of, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I'm like, I'm an adult, like why do I still have acne? Maybe it's just me, but that's what I be thinking. Like it's stereotypically associated with children. Anyway, it's not children, adolescents. But anyways, yeah, so we're gonna get our skincare together. And as far as so like I said, the reason why I've been really busy and haven't been filming, one, because I just have not felt like it. I just haven't been mentally feeling like doing anything, honestly, let alone having to go to work and then having to study. So I bet you're wondering, what did you talk about studying? So I did go to college. For anyone who does not know a little bit about me, I did go to college. I graduated, what year is this? Last year, 2019, I graduated. And with a criminal justice degree. So I plan on going to law school. The plan was to only take off 1 year. Obviously that didn't work out in plans because I'm not in law school now. So I'm studying for the LSAT. I'm gonna go in with my airspun translucent powder and then just layer that on my face. I'm not usually, this is just part of my routine. I'm not really going anywhere, so this is to get ready with me to sit in the house, and it's actually kind of nighttime, so this is not going to be on for very long, but I just wanted to get on here and talk with y'all, touch base, if you will. So like I said, law school. I want to go to law school, and so if you don't know, you have to take the LSAT. It's kind of like the ACT for college, the MCAT for middle school. the MCAT for medical school, and just all the other things for post-secondary education. So yeah, taking the LSAT, it's literally, if I can describe it in one word, I would say hell. It's literally hell. Like it's just, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. If anyone out there is trying to go to law school and you're watching, it's hell. It's not for the weak. So it's literally been the struggle. It's been the struggle, and it's been a huge source of anxiety and stress for me. On top of quarantine going on and having to literally look at my four walls for the vast majority of the day, or the four walls of my office, and then go back home and do it all again the next day. On top of that, stress, it's not really stress, it's the routine is getting very monotonous, and it's starting to drive me insane if it hasn't already. But and then on top of that, just with everything going on in the world, and just having to sit and literally just watch all of this craziness, all these injustices, and just everything going on with all of these unarmed black people being killed in the streets, you know, the pandemic, everything going on. People was just experiencing a hurricane, especially as a person of color, just to have to continuously, every time I get on my phone or get on social media, it's like something else is going on. Someone else is contributing even more to the mass suppression of black people in America. It's a lot. It's a lot to take in. I mean, put nothing on my face. I don't know if I'll be able to do one of these very often. I'm going to use this Uma Beauty Honey T1N foundation. But if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my little small mirror right here to put this on my face. I'm just going to share with you guys some tips on how I deal with quarantine and anxiety and a lot of other things that have been getting me kind of down here lately. And for the first time ever, well, that's a stretch. It's not for the first time ever. For the first time on this channel, I'm going to do my eyebrows after my foundation. But so like I said, I'm just going to kind of share with y'all what I do to kind of help me get through some stress, especially with everything going on. Like literally every time I open Instagram, it's something. It's literally something. And that big dummy that calls himself y'all's president is not. We can literally go down that rabbit hole for like hours. So I'm not even going to jump into that because we could be on that topic forever and we'll never touch on any other topic. Anyways, as I digress. So I was going to write this down, but I kind of wanted to just do it off the dome so I wouldn't forget anything, which that kind of sounds backwards, but you'll get what I'm saying. So the first thing that I always do, it's usually my first go-to when dealing with, especially with everything going on with this pandemic. Now, let's be honest, maybe I was I know there was a lot of people. I'm going to get like another little drop because I feel like I just need a little bit more. This is really yellow. It says olivey toned, but it's kind of yellow. But I mean, I have really yellow undertones, so that's fine. But, what was I saying? I know at the beginning of this pandemic, I was like, okay, y'all, it's gonna be okay. Like, coronavirus who? Like, it's gonna be good, y'all. I had a vacation plan in June, and I was bound and determined to get on that boat. Me and my friends are gonna go on a cruise, and I was bad. You couldn't tell me I wouldn't get on that boat. Do you hear me? I said, who finna stop me getting on that boat? And then I started seeing, like, people start shutting down. I said, oh, I'm not about to get on that boat. So I just didn't see it getting to this level. So the first thing I do, especially with all the craziness going on social media, and it's very easy for the media to rile people up. I want to say, like, just the other day I seen, what was it on? I think Spiritual World or something. They said an asteroid coming for Earth. and like something crazy. I don't know what I just remember saying asteroid, and I said, well, y'all, we've been preparing ourselves for the longest. The Lord is coming back. It turns out it wasn't even enough to make an impact. Like, it's not even, that's what I'm talking about. Like, and even there's like, of course there's those people who hype things. It's just a lot to take in mentally. It's a lot, especially being a minority, especially being a black person in America. When you look on your phone, on your TV, and you see everything going on, it's just like, you're like, this could be me, this could be anybody. A lot. So the first thing I do is turn off my social media. I just delete all the social media apps. Everything. It could be for a day. Sometimes I just do it for 24 hours just because I need a break. Sometimes I do it for like a weekend. Like, I just spend time with family for the weekend, and I don't get on my social media. I'm just done for the weekend because it just can be a lot. So I'm gonna take this Juvia's Place, Juvia's Place concealer in the shade 19. Yeah, I'm really about to run out of this. I need to get some more. I just love how thick the applicator is. So, but yeah, it can be a lot. It can be a lot to look at. It's just traumatizing, for lack of a better word. So every time you get on social media, you see another person dying. It's just a lot. And so if you need to, for your mental health, just turn it off. Stop using it. Like, get off social media. Take some time to be with family, whatever. And that's the second thing. Whenever I'm dealing with stress and anxiety, I think it's, especially with quarantine and everything, it's really hard to not be around people all the time. And of course, I live with my parents, or I live with my dad, and my mom's right down the street. So we're all gonna be with each other. This because it's okay to be around people who you're normally around. I'm gonna let this dry down a little bit, then I'm gonna go in with my Juvia's Place concealer, and I'm gonna use this as a contour shade, number 12. But I mean, it's okay to be around people you're normally always going to be around anyways. But like huge family gatherings aren't really wise. But I'm only around my mom, my sister, but it's just even that, and my grandmother. So just even that is really good for stress, just to be around people you love, at least for me. So I do that a lot. And believe it or not, I like to watch trashy TV, like reality TV. My new thing right now, I'm trying to like line it up to see where I'm gonna put this. My new thing right now is and not just all trash TV. Sometimes I just watch stuff that's happy, something that doesn't bring me stress and evokes a lot of like sad emotions out of me, because that's not really going to help me at the moment. At least I don't think it's gonna help me, maybe. But so yeah, I'm looking for my contour brush. So yeah, my new thing is Selling Sunset on Netflix. It's literally, I don't want to say the dumbest, but it's pretty dumb. It's pretty dumb, but literally it's like a train wreck. You can't stop watching. Like, you just have to keep watching. But I like it. And I don't know if this is really like healthy. I don't know. For me, I like it. But sometimes I go to sleep. I'm just like, it's too much. It's time for me to go to sleep. I just go to take a little nap. Just a little nap, just to relax. I like to listen to calming music. That's another thing that's really good when I'm stressed out. Calming music. I mean, we all love a little trap music. Who doesn't? But I'm not trying to be listening to something about robbing and killing niggas and doing all of that. Oh, y'all. I never get the contour even, and this is the closest I've gotten on that, because that never happens. I was focused and determined. But yeah, everyone likes that, but I like to listen to my relaxing music, real melodic. So I got to put on Janae. Like, I think she's just so, especially this Chilombo album, like, it's just the music and everything. It's just so, it's a whole vibe. Like, it just puts you in a very meditative state with like the little bowls, the crystal bowls and all of that. It just puts you in a state. So, and now I don't do this, not gonna lie, I don't do this, but I have heard, maybe I should do it. I don't know. I've heard meditating is really, really good. For me, I just like to, when I'm feeling, I guess it's a form of meditation, and I guess when I'm not really feeling the best, I like to get in the Word. I like to read my Bible sometimes and just really sit and resonate with that. I like to listen to gospel music because it just helps me. So I guess it's a form of meditating. I guess you just get in the Word and just sit, and I like to be with God. I just like to be in His presence. Just, it brings me peace just to be able to do those things, because it just kind of makes you, it brings me assurance that even though there's a lot of craziness going on in the world, I know one thing is constant, and it's always going to be the Lord. I'm always going to be able to lean on Him for guidance and for whenever I'm dealing with something. Always. I don't know why I have never just put it in my corner. I seen Jackie Aina do that. I always see her do that, but I'm like, let me try that. I'm gonna start doing that, girl. Just put it in, because it's not necessary to do it excessive. But that's just too bright. It's not, I mean, if you like a super bright under eye like that, more power to you. It doesn't look awful. If you blend it really well and everything comes together really nicely, I just prefer not to do all of that. But yeah, so I like to do that, just be in my Word, and to just really receive the Word. Also, sometimes, I don't do this very often, I like to journal sometimes. Not very often, like I said. Sometimes when I'm feeling, when the Spirit moves me, I'll write a little something down, write a little something. But probably not. My best friend, I call my best friend, I talk to her. Call and talk to her all the time. We literally sit on the phone for 3 and 4 hours. We used to sit on the phone. I mean, given that we're busy, she's pregnant, she has like TT baby is running her sleep schedule, so little baby, she has got her up and down, so we can't really do much with that. Y'all, I don't know if it's because I haven't done my makeup in a while, but I don't know, like, this is really, like, hello, like, this right here is really, like, I'm really vibing with it. I'm trying to blend this right now. I don't know, like, I'm really vibing with it. Okay, then. Okay, so I'm gonna take this Beauty concealer in the shade, the Stay Woke concealer. Do not have my glasses on, so. And Honey T1 in like the other. I'm just gonna put it in the same spot, because that's really a trouble area for me. That's where it's really darker. I mean, I'm darker kind of everywhere, but around my eyes, but that's really. And so I'm just gonna bring it down my nose. And if you're wondering why there's such a, it's gonna get blended, mind your business. It's gonna get blended. Here's another one that you should not do. I'm not recommending it to anyone. I'm just letting you know what I do. It's not healthy. I'm going to reiterate this before anybody tries to say Tristan told me to do this to deal with stress. No, I didn't. I didn't say any of that. I'm not recommending what I'm about to tell you because it's not correct, and I'm really trying to get rid of it myself. I don't do it as bad as I used to because, woo, child, let me tell you. Like I was saying previously before I had to zone in and focus on these eyebrows. Like I said, I'm not telling you need to do this. What I'm about to say I do. What I used to do excessively is not as bad anymore. But I used to eat. Oh my gosh. And literally that literally makes everything better. When I used to be upset as a kid, my mom would feed me. Because I would just like, okay. And that sounds bad. That sounds worse than it really is. But, I mean, if you really think about it, let's think back to toddlers when they're upset or when they're doing something. We're like, okay, like, if we can do this, I'll give you your little snack. Like, come on. Like, when you're trying to get toddlers to, that are going through a mental breakdown. Like not mental breakdown. They're going through, like, a little baby break, a little mini breakdown. Okay, so this is kind of dried down a little too much. This is all you have to do. Take this. You're good. Do not add more. This needs a little more because it's like dumb dry. Maybe is this a dry sponge, or I'm pretty sure this is a damp sponge. This is dumb dry. I just had a flat out spray before because it's dumb dry. There we go. Like, I think it's the sponge, you guys. Like, do you see that? I think I need to start investing in different sponges because this isn't it. Anyways, going back to my stress eating. I literally, I eat because I'm just like, it just comes. I don't really think it's actually eating calms me. Like, well, I think it's like when I'm really stressed out, just like with watching TV or doing something like that, when I'm dealing with like a lot. Just like the motion of me just like chewing, and I'm just focusing. As I'm saying this sounds so unhealthy and so fat, but just hear me out. Yeah, I know it's not just me. Like when you're just chewing, you're just thinking of the sound. It can be like even when you're meditating, you're like focusing on like the sound of your heartbeat or the sound of your breathing. That's kind of what it is. I'm gonna taking this Beauty Bakery baking flour, and it's in the shade cassava flour, and it's like a yellow banana color. But anyways, where was I at? With my stress eating, unhealthy. So, and I just dab it on here, like the excess on my hand, so I won't put too much, because the idea is to just put it on there and it melt into my skin rather than having to just swipe it away. But where was I at? The stress eating. Oh yeah. And so I like to put it everywhere, really. Like here, I don't really get smile lines, but my biggest part is under my eye. That's my worst part, is creasing under my eye, because when I crease, sometimes I crease so much it removes makeup. We don't want that. I'm gonna take this big fluffy e.l.f. brush, and I'm just gonna dip it into this and kind of get right into the contour, and it's gonna help me. This is the Bronzer by Morphe in the shade Vlogger. It has like a, what does it say on either side? It's like a bronzer / contour. I just dip it right in the middle and just go in. Maybe I just smack it in the middle and go in with it. But in mind, the idea is not to have, you see how harsh this is? It's like boom, boom. The idea is not to have it look like that. We want it to blend nicely into everything else. And I usually like take I always say blank sponge, not sponge, blank brush, but I don't really have a other way of describing it. I think I'll fix this because it's kind of going more lower than I would like it to. I'm gonna take this and just bake. I want to bake like establish. This is where I'm okay with baking, right here. Just because I want to, and this is the Beauty Bakery baking flour again. I'm going right in with it. Let's take this contour. It's already some on this brush, so I don't want it to be excessive, and just right here. It gives, I don't really like to contour my nose too much. You see how it just automatically gives me like definition right here, and that's all I did was just do that. Ow, contour. But it's not too much. I like the shape of my nose, but I just want a little definition. I don't want my nose to be, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to snatch your nose up, do go for it. So I have not used this palette. I think I've used this palette maybe twice, but we're just gonna go and make some shake. Very simple. I'm probably just gonna do like this brown shade and this, real simple. So I'm gonna go in with this thing. I got this as a gift, so I don't know what this is. This is the Kylie Cosmetics palette. It's called, is it on the back of here what this palette is called? The Honey Blue palette. Excuse me, the Blue Honey palette. And it's just like, boom. And I'm gonna go into this Honeymoon shade right here. If I can, right here. One thing the only thing I can say that I'm just not a fan of this palette is the fact that I could see how it could possibly not be really friendly for a lot of shades of people. Like, of course, Kylie Jenner is going to make makeup for her so she can wear it, but I definitely think it's important to also make makeup that a lot of people in a wide shade range can wear. And I'm just gonna come out and say we need chocolate girl friendly makeup. We just need it. We need to be able to have the inclusivity in the makeup And I mean, it's pretty dark on me, but if you haven't noticed, I'm real light skinned. Just as you didn't know, just in case you didn't know, in case you haven't been watching and looking at me this whole time, I'm pretty bright skinned. So it's kind of I wouldn't know. I don't remember. I have to go on the website to see what it looks like, if she has demos or pictures of it with other skin tones of it, like darker complexions or deeper shades, if she has that. And now I will give her the little props. She did pretty good with the concealers. Those were nice. Those was nice. But you know, I went to the store, to Ulta specifically, because that's where she carries her makeup at. I went there. I think I was just looking. I wasn't specifically going there to buy anything from her. I think I was going there with a purpose, but that's beside the point. I wasn't going there specifically to seek out Kylie Cosmetics. But I went there to, I went over to this section. I'm like, I wonder, because I'm like, I was looking for blushes at the time. I needed some more blushes. So I was like, I'll go over there and look, like, what they got. I was like, oh, these are really nice. And then I went to the contour shades, because I'm always looking for more powder contour. I'm going in with this color right here, this Buzz Off. It's kind of like a pale pink shiny color. I'm just gonna put it on my finger. Like I said, it's real simple. I went in there and into the contour area, and baby, I'm like, what are they contouring with this? Like, it was kind of difficult for me to find something. And like I previously stated, if you didn't notice, I'm bright skinned, so that shouldn't. And it never, I usually don't have a huge issue finding shades because I'm on the lighter complexion side. So, but I still feel a way about companies that don't have a really wide shade range, because I sometimes give a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? I give them, small companies, a little bit more of the benefit of the doubt when it comes to huge shade ranges. And it's not really about the number, it's about the shade range. If you have, like when Morphe came out with that 100 freaking shades of foundation, and you maybe have 20 good shades, maybe. Like, I seen it. We're not impressed. Like, you a day late and $1 short, sis. Sit down. It's so, like, when you're going to put out all those, like, we just need you just need the range. You just need the shade range. When we see like 50 light complexions and then you got 4 the deeper skin tones, it's a problem. So we just need the shade range, sis. That's it. That's all I'm saying. So, like I was previously saying, I kind of sometimes like to give smaller businesses the benefit of the doubt when it comes to the amount of shades and all of that, because you know they have to build it up. It's not just going to, but if you start off with a decent amount of shades, I'm going back in with this honeymoon and just blending it out at the edges. But like I said, Kylie is a billionaire, y'all. Sis, you have the funds, you have the means, you're able to, you're able. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not like it's impossible. We just would like to see better. Call in some people with deep and on the deep side, like people on the deeper end, and work with that. Like, I don't see how that becomes an issue. But who am I? Who are me? Who am I? I'm just do makeup. I'm not even a makeup artist. I just do my face on camera. So who am I? Back to my issues. A lot of the times I'll just ride around. I know that sounds crazy, because especially at the beginning of quarantine when everything was shut down, when everything was shut down. Let me tell y'all, I swear, things out here is. I'm gonna take this Milk mascara, Kush mascara. I wonder, is that like Kush? Somebody let me know. Sorry, so anybody knows Little Rock. It's a bridge that separates the North, Central Arkansas, and the South. Just the bridge across the river. So anyways, I would ride across the river, come all the way back around. I would do all kind of why not? What we doing? After I got off work, I would just, cause I was working from home at the time. When I was working at that particular job, I don't work there anymore, but when I was working with them, I was working from home. So that was literally torture because I felt like I couldn't escape. I'm not gonna do lashes cause where I'm going. But so yeah, I would just ride around listening to music, chilling. I would go, just ride around, do whatever that really kept me at the house, just so I could just leave and come back, clear my mind, just be chilling. For sure, that was really nice, just to ride around and go do something. And now that I think that something that I'll really like to do as an activity, because like I told y'all in the beginning of this video, I'm not going nowhere. Ain't going outside today. I'm not doing it. So maybe somebody will eventually be able to convince me otherwise, but I'm scared. We almost done, y'all. We coming to the end. What the pastor be saying? I'm about to wrap this up. I got one more thing to say. Then we gonna be out. We gonna be done with this after that. Don't even worry about it. And the most important part of dealing with this quarantine and dealing just with everything that's going on in the world is to just remember that, for me, this is what really just keeps me grounded and helps me keep my head on my shoulders. I just know that God has a greater plan for us. I know that times is difficult now, and I know that it can really take a big toll on us for real, but it just keeps me grounded to know that the Lord is always on my side. He always gonna be with me, and it just keeps me pushing, keeps me going, for real. But and it is a lot of craziness going on. It's crazy out here, for real it is. And we just have to, people need to be more, that's another thing, our world lacks compassion. I think this is what the pandemic has taught us, that we as Americans are selfish. We can't even wear masks to keep people from, just to slow down the spread of the virus. We can't even be compassionate enough to, I'm just gonna put on some lip gloss. Actually, I'm gonna do this brown. Just do this brown. But it's like, you can't even be, I'm really bold because I'm not even looking in the mirror for this. I'm looking at the camera like, tell me I ain't got skill. Tell me I ain't got skill. I can't find my sharpener to my, what is it called? My, this little Victoria's Secret thing is like a velvet cream thing. I don't know if they still make these, but if they do, I'll be able to link them below. But yeah, we just have to, our world is just so selfish, and I don't have the answers, but I just know that we're gonna be all right. In the words of prophetess Kendrick Lamar, we're gonna be all right. And with that being said, with this clear gloss from Essence, with that being said, thank you for watching. We out.